yeah. It seems like everybody around me keep leaving.
And you said he was shot, and is he breathing?
No, I don't think so.
All right, when did this happen?
Like 5 minutes ago.
All right. And how many is injured? Is it just him?
Yes, it's just him.
All right, and how many suspects were involved?
I don't know, sir. I was there with my bed and I just heard gunshots.
All right.
Put them under the bed.
Where is that suspect at now? Do you know?
No, sir.
This is the story of Nyasia Perkins, a 26-year-old woman whose life took a dark and unexpected turn. She lived with her boyfriend, Quentin Gray, and their children in a quiet home on Sweet Amy Lane in Lenoir County. But on the night of December 8, 2024, tragedy struck. Perkins frantically called 911, claiming that an intruder had broken in and shot Gray in cold blood. But was it really a home invasion? As investigators dug deeper, shocking details emerged, details that pointed not to an unknown assailant, but to Perkins herself and a man she worked with, Calvin Coley. What really happened that night, and why would someone orchestrate such a chilling crime? Access to Kinston, North Carolina, a small but historically rich city known for its deep roots in Southern culture. Located in Lenoir County, Kinston has a population of just under 20,000 and is home to a mix of quiet residential neighborhoods and bustling local businesses. Once a thriving industrial hub, the city has faced economic challenges over the years, but it remains a community where people know their neighbors and news travels fast. However, on a fateful night, a shocking crime would shake this peaceful town to its core. At the center of this story is Nyasia Perkins, a 26-year-old mother, employee, and longtime resident of North Carolina. She grew up in Snow Hill, a small town in Greene County, where she attended Greene Central High School. She spent her early years in this rural community before eventually settling in Kinston, where she lived with her boyfriend, Quentin Gray, and their 2 sons. Quentin Lee Gray was a 30-year-old man from La Grange, North Carolina. He was an aspiring rapper, described as a loving father and a hard-working individual.
No. Yeah. My brother was a gangster, my cousin was a thug. So you know that the street shit just run up in my blood. When I was 14, I started dealing with them drugs. In my city, shit get wicked. Niggas killing just because niggas jealous and rebellious. It ain't shit that you can tell them. All I grew up around was killers, drug dealers, and them fellas. A few gon' keep it solid, but the others, they gon' tell it. So watch the way you move and don't get caught with what you selling on the set. It's all about money, power, respect. I remember being down, but now that's what I'm at. Every nigga that's around me now done got a check. And I'm trying to put 100,000 around my neck, nigga. For real.
Quentin lived with Nyasia Perkins and their children in a home on Sweet Amy Lane in Lenoir County.
You know the drink?
I know the fuck going on.
I ain't really got no service.
Yeah. Hey, Anna.
Oh, that's your life.
She can't be there.
She told me she
I
can't
don't
be
know.
there.
She ain't my damn friend. What she call?
She got friends and you got friends with
Oh, you on Pandora?
Yeah.
Who watching my baby shit? Here, baby.
Shit. Who the fuck out here?
Shit, you got 9 feet.
His friends and family remember him as a devoted father, someone who took pride in providing for his loved ones and ensuring they were cared for. Quentin and Nyasia had been in a relationship for several years, sharing a life together under the same roof. But no one could have foreseen that this loving relationship would end in tragedy. The tragic events that led to the murder of Quentin Lee Gray unfolded in the early hours of December 8, 2024, at his residence on Sweet Amy Lane in Lenoir County, North Carolina. What initially appeared to be a home invasion quickly unraveled into a carefully orchestrated crime, leading to the arrests of his girlfriend, Nyasia, and her co-worker, Calvin Coley. At approximately midnight, the Lenoir County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call from Nyasia Perkins.
And you said he was shot, and is he breathing?
No, I don't think so.
All right, when did this happen?
Like 5 minutes ago.
All right. And how many is injured? Is it just him?
Yes, it's just him.
All right, and how many suspects were involved?
I don't know, sir. I was there with my bed and I just heard gunshots.
All
I
right,
put him under the bed.
where's that suspect at now? Do you know?
No, sir.
In the call, she reported that someone had broken into their home and shot Quentin. She claimed that she had been in bed when she heard gunshots and hid her children under the bed for safety. When dispatchers pressed for details, she insisted she did not know who the intruder was or where they had gone. Deputies arrived at the home shortly after and found Quentin Gray lying dead in his living room, having sustained multiple gunshot wounds. There were no signs of forced entry or struggle beyond the fatal attack.
Quentin Gray was found dead at his home on Sweet Amy Lane, southwest of Kinston, just before midnight on Sunday. Lenoir County deputies say the 30-year-old man had been shot multiple times. A woman who called 911 told authorities that someone broke into her home and shot Gray. A child could be heard crying in the call's background. Now, neighbors told WITN that Gray was the father of 2 boys. The woman who told 911 that she didn't know where Gray was shot as he was lying on his stomach. Now, deputies have yet to release any information on a suspect or a possible motive.
Following Quentin Gray's murder, Nyasha made a series of posts on her social media account. She posted, "Really just numb, sick to the stomach to it all. I see everyone messages and calls. I appreciate all the words. Heartbroken that our boys don't know what's going on. He all they know." She posted a picture of the two together with their son with a caption that read, "Can't stop looking at pictures of us." She posted another pic of him captioned, "My favorite one." In another post, she posted a pic of Quentin and the 2 boys captioned, "Never going to forget the things you taught me and the things you told me. Always watch the board. Everybody that think they going to be at Hoodrich, Montana service, y'all not. He only effed with a few, and they know who they are. And the people he didn't eff with, y'all know who y'all are. He already told me he don't want none of y'all fake mother effs at his stuff. Sorry but not sorry. It's about that time, bae. I'm glad I gave you your flowers while you was here. I love you, thank you for everything. I'm going to try my best to be as strong as you. Me, Gianni and Amiri love you. I wish this never happened to you, Hoodrich, Montana. Burgundy for you, Hoodrich, Montana. Watch over us, bae. We love you, until we meet again." By all accounts, Nyasha appeared to be devastated at the loss of her boyfriend and father of her children. She had just lost the man she had been with for years, and her 2 boys were now without a father. As the investigation unfolded, authorities became suspicious of Nyasha's account of the events. Initial evidence suggested that the crime scene had been staged, and inconsistencies in her statement raised further questions. Surveillance footage, phone records, and forensic analysis led investigators to believe that Nyasha had conspired with Calvin Coley, a man from Goldsboro with whom she worked, to carry out Quentin's murder. Following several weeks of investigation, authorities moved in on January 15, 2025, to arrest both Nyasha and Calvin. Nyasha was taken into custody at her place of employment in Kinston around noon, while Calvin was arrested later that afternoon after an extensive search led officers to find him hiding behind pallets of inventory at his workplace. Both suspects were charged with first-degree murder and felony conspiracy. They were transported to the Lenoir County Jail, where they were held without bond.
The woman who deputies say made a 911 call last month has been charged with her boyfriend's murder. The Lenoir County Sheriff's Office says Nyasha Perkins and Calvin Colley were arrested Wednesday and charged with first-degree murder and felony conspiracy in Quentin Gray's death. Deputies say both Perkins and Colley were arrested yesterday at their places of work in Kinston. Deputies won't say where that happened, but did confirm the 2 worked together. The 26-year-old woman lives in Lenoir County, while deputies say the 29-year-old man is from Goldsboro. And just after midnight on December 8th, deputies say they were called to a home on Sweet Amy Lane for reports of someone being shot during a breaking and entering. There, 30-year-old Gray was found shot to death in his living room. The sheriff's office says Perkins also lived at the home with Gray, and deputies say she made the 911 call reporting the shooting. Deputies say there were 2 small children along with the man's girlfriend in the home when the shooting happened. Perkins and Coley are being held in the Lenoir County Jail without bond.
News of the arrests spread quickly, drawing attention from local and regional media outlets. In interviews, Neighbors and family members expressed shock and devastation.
Neighbors say 30-year-old Quentin Lee Gray was a kind man, and they're heartbroken by the tragedy.
He was always friendly and respectful, so I'll go there a few times, not much, but they were real nice people.
According to Lenoir County Sheriff's Office, Gray was found unresponsive in his home on 943 Sweet Amy Lane just after midnight on Sunday. They say he suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at the scene.
It was sad, it was unexpected. Been out here 20 odd years, and this like the second shooting.